Get ready to be blown away by some of the smartest, easiest, and simplest small camper storage and organization ideas ever. And they're all from my past meetup cruise, because the right hacks can turn the tiniest spaces into a perfectly organized dream. They also shared must-have accessories, genius mods and upgrades, and cabinet hacks. And you can find these videos in the video description below. Welcome back, Team Small Camper Fam, or if you're new here, hi, I'm Randy, and every Thursday I share tips to help you make big memories in your small camper, because weekends are just too short. I don't have Amazon links for everything, but the ones I do, I've placed them in the video description below.
My spice rack, these actually come as test tubes with spice labels to put on. So I just used a 1x2, put some holes in it, some L brackets, and I carry in my kitchen.
Oh my gosh, that is brilliant.
I bought some little rubber washers from Home Depot so they don't crash.
And it just looks cool, right?
Yes.
Look at all the spices you get to take with you.
Absolutely.
Love it.
I also put this here because there's not a lot of counter space when you're cooking. So you have this little area here. So I added this table, and it's just two little arms. And to put it down, you just push these two clips. Goes down. And if I squeeze, I can still get in and out.
This is my favorite hack. This little thing from Amazon fits right on this door. It still closes, but I can cut, throw away, cut, throw away. Is it out of sight? It's my favorite.
These are magazine racks. It's nice because I can just pick them out and turn them around when we travel, which keeps them in place. And this was a water bottle holder, but because I'm so short, I really like that instead of stacking them, because you had to pull the whole thing out to get. This is separate. I just paired it with that, and then I can put my bowls up there.
Nice. That is very nice and clean and organized.
It gives me satisfaction.
Right?
It does.
I understand that.
This is how I organized this drawer, because it was just a catch-all drawer, but it's nice because I can, at a glance, see pretty much everything I have. I got these at Target. They're just little plastic buckets. Got I don't know, as many as I needed. I just took a picture of my drawer and the measurements and what I needed to put in there. And I went to Target and was able to find these, and they're all different sizes. I have a size that's this size, a skinny, long.
Well, I like too that they're a little flexible.
They are, and then they're very forgiving that way, because as you can see, I can put that in there and that's fine, and it fits fine. And you can move it around as you grow, and as things change, you're not stuck with one specific thing. And so,
See how that will keep you really organized.
it does. You got to guard against just throwing stuff in there, though.
And that's what we tend to do when you don't have organization like that.
Yeah, you just tend to throw something in there, and then all of a sudden you have this drawer. It's like, oh my gosh, it's overwhelming. What do I do? But here is the other thing that I did. We don't have a lot of hanging things. These are just the couple of coats and jackets that we have. And then this is where I put my stuff. This is all my clothes. I got them off of Amazon. And so all of my stuff is there. All of our shoes are here. It was just what we decided to do. I'm not even sure how that happened. And then that's our dirty clothes. And then when we leave at the end of the weekend, just have to take that out so that we can do the laundry, and then just bring it back in that same thing that came from Target.
Very simple. These hold in place to hold your plates, and this holds the bowl so if they don't come out going down the road. Very simple, but very functional. Baskets for all of our coffee and tea mugs. Camco. And then we have baskets above the fridge for each of us for our toiletries.
You got a his and hers?
His and hers.
Okay.
And then in the corner, we love fruit. So we want to keep it off the counter to have more counter space. So we just put in that little macrame hanger. And then obviously we take it down while we're going down the road. And the little rope baskets from Home Goods for all of our electronics and cords. And
We added wire shelves. They're just with little brackets so that they can be peeled off if need be. And then we use these felt baskets. We each have two, tops and bottoms if you want, whatever. It's multiplied our storage.
Last year, we were fellow camper, the Myers, our friends, told us about the Alpha system, the shelf system, and we went and bought that for the pantry. And it's wonderful. They're nice long drawers, and they open up, and it just makes it a lot easier to store things for the kitchen items.
And what'd you call that? That
Alpha system, and we got it from the Container Store, and it is a game changer, so much so that we bought another one and put it in our wardrobe for our clothes. And what's nice about this is that they come with dividers so that you can separate your clothes. And of course we lose the closet, but we can still hang 3 or 4 things if we need to. The spice rack that we put up, so some metal backing, and then a series of different canisters for spices and for Donna to use for when she's cooking. I just clean, she cooks.
oh, you do the cleaning?
I try to, yes.
Underneath our bed, we created a space for the dogs because we have 2 small dogs.
They've got their own little hideaway.
They have their cavy cave.
Oh, this is great.
This was our compromise for the table because we can put a lot of things in here and store it, and they lock. I have to take this down and put it on the floor when we travel because the table has to be locked in here. I'm slowly working here for, that I have all my shoes in and whatnot, but
it's nice to have a place for shoes.
Yes,
that's an issue for me.
when they're worn out, I throw them out. I try and go by the rule of some declutter people. When you get one thing, try and get rid of one thing. So that's kind of a golden rule.
Of course, we love our door hanging supplies that you can just put things that you want readily accessible, and that works real well. And I've copied some of these other ideas too about storage in these cabinets. We don't have the fancy ones, but we just put on one we could just get and stick in little drawers in here. That's been really handy for us. And the same on the other side, which others have better ones than us, but you don't have to go fancy. You can get this. I pulled this from last year's meetup. This bag is really nice, and I got that on Amazon. That holds a lot of food and whatever you want in there.
And underneath you might see this is a cutting board and the sink cover, and they're in a elastic band setup. It has to be on an angle because when you pull it up, you're going to hit your electronics if you don't put it on an angle. But it's just the right size. I even had to move my fire extinguisher over a little bit and just pull this up, and she can get the bigger cutting board out. This is a homemade spice rack and a piece of cutting board that we just like the look of, so we hung it there.
That's really nice.
It's a simple little thing.
Yep, it is the simple little things, isn't it?
Lots of rope baskets.
Baskets.
They're everywhere. For the seats, we have added netting, mesh netting. This is just stainless steel ducting sheet that you can get at your home goods store like Home Depot or Lowe's, or it's very inexpensive, and we attached it in the corners with nails. The edging is from Amazon. It's just a stick-on product. We did put double-sided stickies behind this sheet to help hold it, as well as the 4 screws in the corners.
And so this is magnetized onto here.
This is a magnet bar, and you can just put whatever.
So then this bar, did you put that on there? Or
Yeah, these are magnets. They were a little finicky, so I did add glue and extra magnets on that end. You see there's 3 because it wasn't cooperating. This is a little too heavy. If you kept it to lighter weight objects, it would be fine, I think. And this is an IKEA shelving unit.
Okay, it's 1 unit.
Yes. Yeah, they're just sliding racks. Kind of the Southwest theme going.
I love our Southwest theme.
I do too. A magnetic holder so we can stick knives and things there. We did do also the pantry slide outs, but we did them from Menards. So they're these kind. And I have them here. This one here as well. And then what I did down here was kind of a little separate one where I have this kind of tray because it was taller. And this I think I found on Amazon as well.
So it's sort of crazy, but I actually even have them labeled. So I have like pants and shirts and socks and everything. It's fantastic. And heaven forbid something were to happen or I have to get on my van quickly and grab my packing cube and I'm good to go.
A packing cube.
One that we really like a lot are our totes.
Oh, those are nice.
And we have 4 of them. One is for our food that we take in and out, our dry goods. One stays at the bottom, and that's for permanent things like toilet paper and all of that. And then my husband and I each have one. And that's all the clothes we bring.
And it all fits right in there.
It all fits right in there perfectly. These we ordered from 31, but you can find them almost anywhere. What I would do is I would simply measure your cabinet and get that size.
Share your shelves. I know you shared them with me earlier, and they are nice.
Here I have the original one, and this is the ones I added in. We actually added extra shelves in here. I also added this little bar here because the little plastic clips that used to come with these, we kept breaking them. So I put this in here, and they have metal clips that hold it in, and it also makes it a lot more adjustable. And then we had the same thing on this side. I added 2 extra shelves here, and then we added 2 sliding drawers here.
I do like this. This is a little pull down little thing. I got this on Amazon.
How does it attach up there?
It attaches just with screws. Dan screwed it in underneath.
Oh, that is really handy. Got that on Amazon.
Yeah, on Amazon. Oh, and then this is our clothes system. This is it's our wire basket. So this is all our clothes. This is where we have all the information on the Macs and, you know, toiletries. And then I just secure it with bungee cords, and then I just put a little washcloth in front of it because the drawers can move a little bit during travel, and you don't want it to scratch your mirror, your fake mirror. There. Al has built out a second pull-out drawer for us here. So we had drawers from a kitchen modification that we had done, and he simply downsized it to fit in. It's very similar to the top one up here. However, these hinges are on the outside, and we put them back onto the inside so the drawer can be slightly bigger. Perfect. So that works really well. We love the hanging basket here. Keeps things nice and tidy. So these are just hooks. Your standard hook that you can find at any store, a home hardware store. And we hook it up. I do not leave this on for traveling. I do take it off and lay it on the bed.
We added shelves since last year. These are the originals, and then we added more shelving because we didn't use the hanging storage, so we decided to put shelving in.
How did you do that?
They're just the L brackets that were drilled in, and we actually used leftover floorboards to recycle to make the shelves. So
Look at all the shelf space you got.
yeah, and there's the laundry. The dirty laundry. Back in this corner, this shelf was an IKEA purchase that we did some cutouts to put our CPAP hoses through, and we made a little notch in the back for the window screen to go up and down, and that is attached directly to the shelf. Right now I have bungee cords on it. That's our travel mode. They don't have to stay on there.
I use this plastic bin to keep all of my cabinets closed. I wedge it in, and the last minute things that I have that I need to put in, I just put in here, and then when I get to the campground, I put it in my car, and then as you see, the extra stuff goes in here. So I don't have to do all those hole drilling and everything.
This is his side for clothes. He just put shelves in. So this is his wardrobe. And then on this side is mine. Got rid of the bar across. I'd rather have the shelves. Tons of storage. Yes.
I think I picked these up at like Bed Bath & Beyond or something like that. And then I just cut them so you can slip it in and you can actually access all of it. So then you categorize what you need. Like your headlamps are here, your, cozies for your beer. These are your sunscreens. And so basically I've got everything that people have on the door, I have it across here.
One thing we found pretty handy, IKEA makes these suction cup hooks, and I was amazed on how well they hold on the inside the shower and the exterior.
It's like a butterfly there. And then there's another one. The other half of it is on this wall. And I've got a basket hung up for drinks.
We took this one cabinet where your lithium batteries are, and that's cat quarters right now.
Yeah, you should tell them. Who do you travel with?
We've got 2 dogs and a cat we generally travel with.
Okay, so then you had to have a spot for the cat litter box.
For the cat, to keep the dogs out of the cat food.
Can you talk about these little pot holders and what you've done here?
Oh, so all of these here come from IKEA. $2. $2 just for a little bit of, decoration, and you just pop them. They're not permanent. Nothing's permanent. So they come off. They're just little containers. You can put in them whatever you want and wherever you want along all the railing.
Oh, it just makes it so homey.
Yeah.
Next, you need to watch this video playlist right here. It's packed with the must-have accessories, the genius mods and upgrades, and cabinet hacks that you're gonna wanna see. So click here now.